are the gorgeous Flowering Foils Designer Series papers that you can get during celebration. And I have fallen in love with them. You see the silver and the kind of the rose gold. You get 3 sheets of each design in the packet, and it's free with your $50 order. And you can do so much with it. Let me show you some of the cards that I've created and using many different coloring techniques. So this one I created by using Stampin' Write markers inside the flower petals, I guess, using Pineapple Punch, Granny Apple Green, and Coastal Cabana. I used the same technique on this paper. So Stampin' Write markers and Blueberry Bushel, Granny Apple Green, and Coastal Cabana, again in a different way, with one of my favorite new die sets, Stitched So Sweetly. And here is another card. This one uses those small flowers, and I paired it with, again, those Stitched So Sweetly dies. Added some accents with the early espresso and again those dies, and yeah, didn't color that one at all. So they're gorgeous like that. I can't wait to show you these. So here is a card I cased from one of our Stampin' Up's artisans, and she created this gorgeous card, and I created it, kind of cased it for my nephew who's getting married, hopefully in the end of May, we hope. So I want to share with you, here's one more, forgot about this one. Love that. This uses some of the vellum that's available in that second release celebration as well. So let me show you a couple of coloring techniques that I have found to be really fun, and how easy that they are. So let's just grab here. I'm just going to grab a couple colors. So here is Melon Mambo Stampin' Write marker. And if I just run this right along here like this, I can color that in. And let's alternate. Just do a couple of pinks here. So this is Melon Mambo and Petal Pink. And maybe we need to add a little green. Here is Mint Macaron. Super easy. Be a nice little layer on a card. Really fun. So that's Stampin' Write markers. Let's talk about perhaps using some sponge daubers. We're thinking spring, so I'm going to go light. By the way, I've shared this before. This is how I store my sponge daubers. I label them, and I use our half stamp cases to store them by color family. So here is So Saffron, and I'm just going to kind of maybe start in the middle of the flower and just go in a circular motion and go out. It's kind of a fun background again, or a focal point. I like having the color variation by starting in the center of the flowers and working out. So there would be that. You can color that so many different ways and add that to a project. Then I want to show you using your aqua painter. So I'm using Melon Mambo. I'm just going to add a little bit of anchor to the cover here. What I've done is I have cut out, fussy cut, one of the bigger flowers from the paper. And I've got my aqua painter here, making sure that it's nice and moist on the tip, adding a little bit of water to my cover here, kind of spreading that around. Remember, it's going to dry a little bit lighter. So I'm going to start towards the center here and adding a little bit of color, and then taking that color and spreading it out. And I'm kind of, when I'm coloring this way, I'm squeezing just a little bit on the aqua painter, because I kind of want it pretty wet, pretty moist. It's not going to soak up the color like your watercolor papers and things like that will, but it helps it kind of spread out a little bit. And I like having it kind of, the color kind of move around a little bit. There, you can really see the color kind of moving with the water there. Let's just get this one a little bit moist up here, and then we'll add some color. in kind of starting towards the center and moving out as the color kind of spreads. Celebration this year has been just a treat because of all the amazing products. So if you are thinking of stocking up on your crafting supplies, now's the time to do it, because we only have a week or little over a week left of celebration. So now I've got the Granny Apple Green here, and I'm going to color the leaves in. And there the leaves are all done. And you can notice that the little kind of the buds, I added them in a little bit darker color. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of, see, I think I grabbed Mango Melody here for the center of the flowers. Something bright, bold, stand out. Isn't that gorgeous? Here's the finished product. Love that. And I can't wait to see the finished product on a card. Here is the completed card. Isn't it gorgeous? I love how it looks with the two combined Flowering Foils Designer Series papers. You honestly really need to get this Designer Series paper as part of celebration. Remember, celebration ends March 31st, so you have just a limited time to stock up on your crafting supplies, so you can get this free with your $50 order. And remember, you can use it with your aqua painter, you can use it with your sponge dauber, with your Stampin' Write markers, and just think of the gorgeousness that you can create with all of this Designer Series paper. It can be yours. Thanks for tuning in today. Remember, you can order these supplies online in my online store at stampinbj.com. I'm certainly here to answer your questions and help you maximize your order. And as always, remember to create and feel great.